Marlon Joyce visited the oldies scene at the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium and had a hoot of a time.
The last man of rock and roll.
Last madman. You got it, Marlene. That's it, yeah.
I can understand the madman of rock and roll.
But once you've seen the show, then it's pretty easy to understand. I do a lot of crazy stuff, and I guess, well, some writer back west called me the last madman of rock and roll. I guess that's a sign of my age.
How did you come up with the name Paul Revere?
I was born with
tied
it.
into rock and roll.
Well, I was born with the name Paul Revere, and
that's your
oh yeah,
name?
yeah, which I had to put up with a lot of kidding my whole life. And when I started my first band, we just called ourselves the Downbeats, because you know I didn't need to be ribbed about my name again. And then when we made our first record deal, and the recording company found out my name was Paul Revere, and I was the leader of the band, they says, "Well, you're nuts! You got to use that! You got to use that gimmick." And I said, "Well, that's so stupid." Everybody asked me, "Where's my horse?" And he says, "No, this is perfect, Paul Revere." And then he came up with the idea of the Raiders, and I thought, well, that's a bad football team, not as bad as the Falcons, but I thought that would do. Paul Revere and the Falcons didn't have a ring to it. Paul Revere and the Raiders did. So he named us Paul Revere and the Raiders, and that's how we got it. And then the costumes, I just added that as a joke one time because we were playing a bunch of college fraternity dances, and I thought it'd be silly to put on these colonial costumes, and I saw some in a window at a costume shop in Portland, Oregon, and I rented them for the night just to be funny. So at intermission we'd have something to spike up the show. We put on these fruit suits with the three-cornered hats, and everybody thought, well, this is ridiculous. I mean, playing rock and roll looking like colonial soldiers made no sense, except my name was Paul Revere, so it made a little bit of sense. And then when the British music invasion happened, then it's perfect. Paul Revere to save America from the British invasion one more time. It was a press agent's dream. So,
you come up with all the gimmicks, is that right? You have all the gimmicks.
well, I just got a bizarre sense of humor, and I just like rock and roll, and I like to laugh. And I'm still laughing, I'm still rocking, and I guess you don't ever get too old for this stuff, or I wouldn't be doing this.
Evidently.
And the fans, they grow old with you. I forgot about that part. See, I thought, well, I can do this for 5 or 10 years, but I didn't realize all these people that are enjoying it when I started, they're still here. We're just all older and refuse to admit it. There.
Remember those good old days? Here come the Raiders, watch out! Yeah!
Tell me something. What does Sydney call you at home?
My wife.
Yes. What does
You know, I can't say it on the air.
she don't call you Paul Revere, does she?
No, she calls me anything she feels like, and I take it.
Listen, I can imagine that, but I was just wondering if there was some little pet name besides.
Well, there is. She calls me Lee, and don't ask me to explain why. It's a long, funny story. Well, it might not be funny to anybody but us, but anyway, she calls me Lee.
You play the cranks on her that you play on stage?
Oh, she's wackier than I am. She just acts normal when we're around people, but when we're home, yeah, we're both. Yeah, we have the whole place is fenced, and there's a reason for it. Yeah.
It must be great to be great and have an endless career, and we have enjoyed you through the years, and we hope you're going to continue to come back to Atlanta.
Well, Marlene, how nice of you.
You're going to be around forever. Is that right? Are you planning on it?
George Burns of rock and roll, I promise.
And you're going to keep coming back to Atlanta.
I hope so. All I got to do is ask. I tell you what, Fox Radio, as long as they stay on the air, I guess they keep inviting us back, so this is great.
Thanks to Fox 97, we're able to tune into you around the clock.
That's it.
And thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you, Marlene.
We're going to rock with you tonight.
You better.
Rock and roll! That's it! Give it all! That's it, we rock it now! Come on, rock! Louie time! Say what? Today, baby, gotta go. Listen.
was really great. Stay tuned for more of Atlanta's best in entertainment.
Yeah, that's right.
We hope you enjoyed Atlanta's best in entertainment as much as we enjoyed doing it for you. And if so, join us again next week for more of the same.